Hello there.
Good morning from the beautiful Disney treasure.
We are on, I don't know, day number whatever it is.
Five.
Alrighty.
5.
Of our 7-night cruise. We thought we'd spend a little time today doing a complete stem to stern, deck 1 to deck 14 walking tour of the treasure.
Yeah, this ship is beautiful, and it'll give us a chance to see everything, and those of you that are interested can follow along.
Yeah. So we're going to start at the bottom. Deck 1, let's show you around. So there's not much on deck 1. Deck 1's pretty utilitarian, basically. The only thing really down here is the health center, which we're not going to go inside. But this is the kind of maps that you'll see around the Disney treasure. We'll probably show this a few times, but it shows you the deck number up top. It shows you where you are, forward or aft. And then this ship is always oriented correctly. So that way you know on this deck, the way we're facing, left is forward and right is aft. And you can see on deck 1, we're right there. And really the only thing here is the health center, which is right in the corner here. And I guess we can show you the outside of it. As you come down here, it says health center to the left. We're at Jamaica today, so this is also the tender lobby. Or not the tender lobby, but the gangway to get off to Jamaica. And then this is the hallway down to the health center. So I think that's it for deck 1.
We're not tendering, but
Gatewaying.
gangway's open.
Gangwaying.
And
Yep. Jamaica's that way.
you can always grab as many towels as you want before you go ashore, which is
Yeah, so nice. So that's it for deck 1. You've seen all of it. And now let's head up to deck 2. We've got the artwork of Raya and the Last Dragon here. Very nice. There's artwork on every floor, and a lot of times the artwork reflects the floor that you're walking to. I don't know that this one does. It's not always the case.
well, sometimes we just don't know what it's actually trying to say to us.
Yeah. We actually have an imaginary tour this afternoon at 3:30, so maybe we'll voice over some of those tips and tricks if we see anything or hear anything that's different.
Yeah.
All right, here's deck 2. Another tip to navigating the treasure is that forward and aft have different color schemes. So you know you're forward because the carpet is mostly red, and you know you're aft when the carpet is mostly blue. So this carpet is themed to Aladdin, and you've got the scarab there, and then over here by the elevators is the Cave of Wonders. I think that's the same on every floor. We'll see. So yeah, here's our deck 2 map. Now we're looking at the other side, so now forward is right and aft is left. And on deck 2, we've got the Walt Disney Theater. This is kind of the secret access. If you stay in Concierge, you can access the Walt Disney Theater. It's also the wheelchair access to the Walt Disney Theater. And then on deck 2, you've got staterooms. We've got Disney's Oceaneers Club, which is the kid club, and the nursery for the little ones, and then more staterooms.
And you just see this is red and that's blue, and the carpet's red and that's blue.
Yep. So you can always kind of remember if you're forward or aft. So this side, this is actually the wheelchair access to the Walt Disney Theater right here. And then this direction is Disney's Oceaneers Club. We've got artwork here that is what?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Yeah, because the kids club, the exterior of the Oceaneers Club is themed to Jungle Book.
Carpet is very cool too, very jungly vibe.
I do believe a lot of deck 2 is crew.
I do think that
So they shampooed the carpet here, so there's a loud fan, but this has kind of a purplish carpet, and it's got scarab.
it's Aladdin.
It's Aladdin themed, yeah. So deck 2 is the scarab. The different decks have different animals outside the room and different views of the carpet.
The ceiling is very low here. The reason for that is because when the littles are coming to go to their clubs, it makes them feel very big and grown up. So the ceilings are a little shorter in the kids' club.
Yeah, so that's true on every ship. On the Dream and Fantasy, the kids' clubs are on deck 5, and on deck 5, the ceilings are very low. Ooh, look at this artwork here.
Panther.
So we're coming up on the first kids' club area, which is the Marvel Superhero Academy. And so we've got Black Panther and Marvel characters here on this mural on the wall.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Continuing our tour down the Marvel. Now we're not going to be able to go in the kids' clubs because it's not, unless it is open house. This is another awesome marble mural here on the wall inside the Superhero Academy. I think it is open house actually. So since it's open house, we'll walk around Marvel Superhero Academy.
Nanosuit assembly complete.
Lots of interactive stuff in here for kids to do. This is Ant-Man themed. This is the Quantum Core from the dinner in the Marvel Worlds of Marvel restaurant.
Authorizing new lock. Place your fingers on the step access
You can see these interactive games here. She's playing this, she's flying.
Friday. Artificial intelligence for the Avengers. You have been chosen to take part in
This is Black Widow.
This is the mission select screen. PIM Technologies is preparing a top secret demonstration.
Wakanda Design Group.
Unidentified flying drones have been spotted around New York.
These are from
Select
Wakanda.
your suit power
The
type.
beads from Wakanda.
Web shooters.
Necklace from Wakanda.
Some
Very
suits will
cool.
excel on particular missions. Make sure you choose the right authorizing new login.
Look at these cabinets from
Use your
Shuri
finger to tap one
and
of the
Peter
suits.
Parker from Web and the Wakanda Design Group. That's a nice little Easter egg.
A final wave of quantum-powered sex.
That's Spider-Man, by the way, if you didn't know. And that's the World Engineering Brigade.
Tap here to change your suit power
Yeah,
type.
so there's Marvel Superhero
Mission
Academy. This one small little part of the overall Kids Club areas.
flying shooters.
So this is the Star Wars area of the Oceaneers Club, which is not currently open house, so we can't go in there. But it is cool. It's amazing, actually. I don't have video of it from this ship, but I have video of it from the Wish, which is a clone. It's the exact same, so if I can find that, I'll put it in here. But it's an adult's paradise in there. It's just a bummer that it's restricted for kids.
It's a great idea. We need dad clubs so dads can go in.
Yeah, it's called the bar. Here is the entrance to the Oceaneers Club, which is themed, again, the Jungle Book. You can see these like temples and carvings. And the kids actually access the Oceaneers Club if they want to via slide, which slides directly through the wall and into the security area where they're working on something. But the Oceaneers Club is a totally secure area, so you can drop your kids off and know that they're in a safe place while you enjoy the ship as adults. We'll see, I'll show you the entrance to the slide when we get up to deck 3, because this is still a deck 2 tour. But look how neat this is.
Check out the
Oh, there's Bagheera. Yeah, the carpet is lush. Everything's new, smells good.
It's got monkeys on it.
What?
Monkeys.
Oh, yeah. Baby monkeys.
Monkeys.
And then as we go this way, we're gonna come across the It's a Small World nursery. This is still the Frozen themed area of Oceaneers Club. This is the It's a Small World nursery. You definitely can't go in here. This is for the smallest of cruisers. I think 6 months to 3 years, right?
Sounds right.
I think it's 6 months to 3 years. And then once you turn 3, then you can go to the Oceaneers Club. And then once you turn 12, don't quote me on this, I'll correct it on the screen if I'm wrong. It might be 11, they might have changed it. Then you go to the preteen area called Edge, and then once you turn 14, you go to the teenage area called Vibe. But yeah, this is the It's a Small World nursery, themed after, unsurprisingly, Small World. All right, so that's it for deck 2. We're right back where we started. You hear that fan going again. We made it to the aft lobby. Huh, I didn't realize we did that, but now we're aft and you can tell because it's blue instead of red. So what we learned on our Imagineering tour is that not only are there different colors, but they have different meanings. So in the aft, the carpet is blue, and you see the Sultan's Palace there. This is meant to represent adventure and a journey, and so this is meant to represent the flying carpet adventuring over the skies of Agrabah. Whereas on the forward of the ship and the red carpet, that was the Cave of Wonders, and that's meant to represent treasure. And so similarly, the artwork in the stairwells reflect that theme as well. So as you go up and down the stairs in the aft of the ship, the artwork will be themed to journey and exploration. And if you go up and down the stairwells on the forward of the ship, it's all themed to treasure. So we made it from deck 2 forward to deck 2 aft. And then I think we can kind of go back and forth like a snake. So we can go up to deck 3 aft and then we'll walk forward. There's
Yeah.
lots of things to show you on
Yeah.
deck 3.
Yeah.
Deck 3 is the main Grand Hall deck. So this is Cars artwork. Yeah, why is Cars artwork here? I don't know. I love it though. A lot of these will have some of the original pencil drawings like this, and then kind of how it evolves, or it'll be more watercolor artwork. There's Radiator Springs.
You can feel Jamaica right
You can feel Jamaica. Okay, so we're coming up to deck 3 aft. So this is the rear of the ship, and we have a lot of things on deck 3. Let's see, what have we got on deck 3?
We have the Walt Disney Theater.
We have the Walt Disney Theater at forward, but going from aft to forward, we have the 1923 restaurant, the Scat Cat Lounge, Haunted Mansion Parlor, multiple shops, Skipper Society, Preludes as the bar, and then the Walt Disney Theater all the way in front. Let's get started. The layout of the Wish and Treasure definitely do get some, or need some getting used to if you're used to the Dream Fantasy class. So aft, we have the elevator lobby and the stairs here, and then you walk down these hallways towards the restaurant that are kind of divided. There's a left and a right side. And so this is the 1923 restaurant behind this glass here,
Amazing.
which is a lovely restaurant. The best, probably main dining entree on the ship, which is the peppered filet mignon. And so we could have gone either way, but both paths kind of converge right here in this tile work hidden Mickey in front of this animated Steamboat Willie vignette, which is so cool.
So this vignette is actually a tribute to some of the original history of Disney animation. Steamboat Willie was released and published in 1928, an animated short film, black and white film, and this cartoon is considered to be the public debut of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. This also is one of the first cartoons ever to have synchronized sound and became one of the most influential cartoons ever. And then the spinning plane up there on the top of this vignette is meant to represent Plane Crazy. And Plane Crazy is a short that actually was released the next year in 1929. However, there were some test screenings that came out before Steamboat Willie, and so technically Plane Crazy is the first appearance of Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse ever.
So this is the other side. This is the Roy Disney side of the restaurant, which is very similar to the Walt side, but different art on the inside. If we can go in there, we'll show it to you. What's the artwork on this side? Alice? This is Alice in Wonderland artwork down here. And then we just made a loop, so this is back to the other side of the stairs on deck 3 aft. And then we'll go back down the main hallway towards the 2 restaurants. So again, Roy Disney's on the right and Walt Disney's on the left as you go down this hallway, I think. Did I have that right? I think that's right.
Love the signage.
And
See,
then-
that is something they did not have.
Yeah, I agree. Some of the signs that they added.
It's so nice.
So we're heading out of this hallway between the 2 restaurants into the Grand Hall. So this is the Grand Hall of the Disney Treasure. So if you turn right from this hallway, this is 1923. This is the Roy Disney side. And lots of really neat pencil drawings, models, maquettes, artwork, and just some trivia and facts. This side's mostly focused on Roy Disney, Walt's brother, who took over for Walt and opened the Magic Kingdom, and then passed away just a few months after the Magic Kingdom opened. Roy Disney's briefcase, Roy Disney's Disneyland ID, his business card. And if I come over here past the entrance to the Roy Disney side, there's more things here about the ship itself. That's the ship's horns, which you've probably heard if you've watched any of our videos. And there's the artwork, or the statues off the back of the ship. Peter Pan and Captain Hook is over there. Here's an incredibly detailed wooden model built deck by deck out of balsa wood that fully assembles into the complete ship. There's a video of that on Disney Plus. Some artwork and colors inspired by the Aqua Mouse. And then this is the Roy Disney restaurant. And I'm just gonna walk in the very front of it and see if we can just show you, give you a general idea. I won't disturb them by going through the whole restaurant, but this is the Roy Disney side. Oh my God, it's so quiet and peaceful in here. And so there are all of these artwork cases that showcase original artwork from multiple Disney films. And so over here you have Aladdin, over here you have Brave, And they have things like pencil drawings and models and maquettes and the color swatches and all these things for the different Disney films. Back there on that back wall is Aladdin. And you can see it's all set up for lunch and dinner, so I won't disturb it. But this is the Roy Disney side. There's an Oswald short over there. And so if we come out here and we go past that hallway, we'll come down to the other side. And the inside looks very similar on the Walt Disney side. It's just, hello. It's just different films, different art. And this side, of course, is more themed to Walt himself. Some original sketches, like this is the original Steamboat Willie, where Mickey Mouse first debuted. Walt's briefcase, Walt, Lily, and Disney. Is that Walt and Roy? I think it is.
Steamboat Willie. I like the little Bambi and Snow White reference here.
Yeah, the apple. And this is the statue from Disney California Adventure right here, the model of it. I'm assuming this is the hat that goes with the statue. That's cool. 1923 also is the restaurant on the ship that serves sit-down breakfast and sit-down lunch. Here's the Walt side. It's closed, so I won't go inside, but same general idea. Looks like that is Lion King right there. And I think Pocahontas on the left.
Pocahontas.
But they're basically mirror images of each other. And so, if you don't know, Disney Cruise Line does something called rotational dining, where there are 3 main restaurants on ship. There's this one, 1923. There's Worlds of Marvel, and there's the Coco restaurant, Plaza de Coco. And you rotate through them each night. And so on a 7-night cruise, we do each restaurant twice and one restaurant 3 times. And your servers rotate with you. And so our servers come down here and are dressed in the 1923 style when we're eating here. And the same servers serve us at Worlds of Marvel and the Coco Plaza, Plaza de Coco, depending on the night, which is amazing because they get to know you and what you like, what you want, your preferences. Here's some examples of some of the tile work around this ship. That's incredible. There's more tile work on this ship than any other ship we've seen. Model of the Grand Hall and the carpet. We'll show that off in a second. This is kind of an overhead view of the carpet of the Grand Hall. The genie and the lamp, which is in the Grand Hall. The Haunted Mansion Parlor. That is something that's in the Haunted Mansion Parlor right there. It's a little bigger. So I'll kind of slowly turn around here and show you the Grand Hall of the Disney Treasure. This is the grand staircase right here. There's not many people here right now, so it's a good time to show it off. So here's some of that. These are all individual tiles. Aladdin themed tile work on each one of the columns. We've got this tile peacock on this side with the peacock art that extends up. And then this is one of the stages of the Disney Treasure. And characters will actually come out and do wave meet and greets from up there on that balcony. And if I turn this way, we can see this incredible chandelier that is the centerpiece of the Grand Hall. And we can tell you more about it when we can see all the lanterns up there on deck 5 as we make our way up. But here is the main statue. Every Disney ship has a statue in its Grand Hall, in the Grand Atrium. And this ship is Aladdin and Jasmine on the flying carpet. Which, how is this thing floating? It's kind of, oh, okay, it is attached. It's not actually floating. And then also, we have the magic lamp right here, which you can touch and rub, which I won't do, but there it is. These plants, we were hoping that these plants would be real, but they're not. But anyway, more about this carpet. So it's inspired obviously by Aladdin, and you have Abu in his monkey form over there, and Abu in the elephant form over there. You have the magic lamp on both sides. But if you see kind of the blue stuff, this actually is themed to be a fountain. And this whole lobby is themed to be water. This is actually water coming down the staircase. So the staircase is essentially a waterfall. And as the water flows down the staircase onto the Grand Hall. And then in the center, it's flat because it's carpet, but it's representing a fountain with the center of the fountain right there, which would be up if it were an actual fountain. And that is Shere Khan the tiger? No, that is Raja the tiger, because this is Aladdin, so that's Raja there. And you can see Abu up in the artwork, moving up the side of the wall. All right, so continuing our tour, we're heading forward on the ship. So again, here's the grand atrium, the grand hall. And then as we come this way, on the port side of the ship, I think, yeah, this is port side. This is Scat Cat Lounge. We might be able to go inside here.
Yeah, this is the outside bar of Scat Cat.
Yeah, so it's kind of a hybrid. Half of it's inside and half of it's outside, which is really great and different than on the Wish.
Yeah. So last night we were able to come here and sit for just a few minutes and wait for something to open up inside. Because you can see people coming and going.
Yeah, it is a small space, so it's a little hard to find a spot sometimes. But this is all themed after the Aristocats. So we have a bunch of glass cats. You want to tell the story of the glass cats? Or do we know?
My theory of the glass cats, I will tell my theory that I've counted 16 cats in here. And my theory is that these cats are the number of cats that the Imagineers that designed this space have together.
Like
personal cats.
That's not from the movie, that's the cats of the Imagineers. That's our theory. Imagineers often leave their little touches on what they work on and design. Speaking of which, can we go inside?
We can go in.
So outside we have the cats of the Aristocats. So you've got Marie and Thomas O'Malley, Scat Cat, and I don't remember his name. And more of the Scat Cat band. Let's see, are we locked?
We're locked.
Okay, so we can't go inside, but you can see through. You can ski through. This is the main piano in the Everybody Wants to Be a Cat area of the Scat Cat Lounge. It's a really small space in here. And they do mostly, obviously, piano kind of music
Super
in here.
nice. Very classic, upscale. You feel like you should put your pinky out when you're drinking here kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna zoom to the glass a little bit, and on top of the piano there, you can see that there's cat prints. And you wanna tell them about the cat prints?
Yeah, so last night I was able to ask the very talented pianist, Matt, about the cat prints, because it was a question I had. You can see there's 2 sets of adult cat prints, and up in the corner near the front of the piano, there's 2 little paw prints that are obviously kittens.
There.
And something peculiar about the adult cat prints is you'll notice one that is kind of smudgy and looks different than others.
Right there, right in the center.
Yeah, so I asked the story, and thankfully he knew. He actually was able to get into the space while it was being designed, and he said that the cat prints are representative of Thomas O'Malley, the alley cat, Scat Cat, those are the 2 adult sets, and Little Marie going ticky ticky ticky.
It's the actual footwork from that song, right? Remember, he wants to be a cat.
Yeah, so it's the choreography when they're singing that song and they're jumping on the piano. But the little smooshy paw is the cat of the Imagineer, the head Imagineer who designed this space. Her name was Allison. Her name is Allison, and she had a cat named Jackson that sadly passed away while she was still working on the space. So she took a paw print and put it on this piano to honor Jackson, her cat.
Nice Easter egg.
Yeah.
You know, that one paw print definitely looked different. We couldn't know why. But now we do.
And I will say that we talked to, I want to say at least 4 or 5 people that told us different stories about the piano that didn't make sense.
Yeah. Matt knew the truth.
Matt knew the truth.
Yep. All right. Let's keep moving forward. So this is back towards the Grand Hall here. This is an awesome 2-story Aladdin tapestry here from the Cave of Wonders and all the genie transformations. That was just a trivia question we had. 55 genie transformations during the Aladdin movie. There's a tapestry representing that. And we'll keep moving forward towards the Skipper Society. So this is oh yeah, never mind. One more Scat Cat Lounge reference.
So this artwork, the Imagineers kind of put their own cats in here. This guy, though, I theorize that that's Scat Cat, And then these 16 are the Imagineers cats. 16 glass cats over there as well.
Yeah.
Only my theory, but
Because these are not Aristocat cats. These are different cats.
he is though. I think
Yeah,
that's
he
Scat
is.
Cat.
Yeah, you're right. So from the Scat Cat Lounge and turning forward, we come to the Skipper Society, which is in kind of the central area of Deck 3 here, behind the Grand Hall. And this area is all themed to the Jungle Cruise, and the Skippers are the Jungle Cruise. So you can see the bar there. The top of the bar is the same contour as the boats on the Jungle Cruise. Tons of references and dad jokes in here. Like, for example, the oars, 55 and 71, representing the years of Disneyland and Walt Disney World opening. We've got all kinds of postcards from Alberta Falls in here, fleshing out the backstory of the Jungle Cruise attraction. I love some of these dad jokes behind the bar. Welcome to Skipper Society. We're overexcited to host you, which is certainly better than being overboard. Members only. Please note, everyone is a member. We serve only the best beer, wine, specialty drinks, and bad jokes. Today's special? Yes, it is. Alert management if Schweitzer falls. Do not take pictures in Skipper Society. They are nailed to the wall for a reason. Management is not responsible. Be sure to tell all your friends about Skipper Society. It will help us keep the crowds down. Due to circumstances beyond our control, Skipper Society will be open every night. We're sorry for the inconvenience. So just some great Skipper Jungle Cruise puns. The Empress is the name of the boat that we are in, according to the story. And so here's another booth with just chock full of little Easter eggs. I won't go through all of them on this tour. 718 is the whole number when the Disney Treasure was under construction, so that number comes up a lot around the ship. And this is just one little amazing Easter egg to Alberta Falls. I recently had the pleasure of taking one of your Jungle Cruises. I wanted to reach out and commend your crew on their amazing work. I'm a bit of a showman myself, and they have inspired me to pursue some ideas of my own. Thank you for the amazing experience. Signed, WD for Walt Disney. How cool is that? So this is the bar area, and then down below here is the main seating area of Skipper Society. There's people in here, so I won't go inside there, but you've got these tarps and plants along the roof. It's just a beautiful space. And then in the corner over here, that is actually a radio down there, that red radio. And that radio is playing the music from the radio stations that play in the Jungle Cruise attractions across the world. A great little Easter egg. You don't even notice unless you were to sit in that one seat and hear what that little radio is playing. It's playing music from the cruise of the Jungle Cruise attractions. And then over here on this wall is this Skipper Society map, which again, this is chock full of little Easter eggs, but this essentially is a map of all the different spaces on the Disney Treasure. So we have the New World up here, the Aladdin references to the Great Hall. Underneath that, we have the Submarine Lagoon with the Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which we'll see up on Deck 5. Danger Piranhas. We have Marigold Falls with the Alebrijes there, representing Coco. We have Bareback Rapids, which is representing the Jungle Book. This obviously is the Jungle Cruise itself, the M's Express. We have the Scat Cat Lounge here. It says bring catnip. We have Moana over here and Tafiti and Hey Hey Bay. We have the Haunted Mansion up on the top right for the Haunted Mansion Parlor, which is right next to us, and it says don't pick up hitchhikers. We have Buccaneer Bay for Pirates and Pirate Night. We have Plum Blossom Point, which I believe is from Mulan. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. So there is the map of the Disney Treasure, otherwise known as the Skipper Society map. So looking into Skipper Society here, and if we just turn to our left, kind of this unassuming door right here, is the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It's currently closed, dead end, but that is the entrance to the Haunted Mansion Parlor. And I'll put some video in right now of when we experienced the Haunted Mansion Parlor last night. Let's see what's going on in here. There's nobody here.
This one can hardly contain himself.
So as we come away from the Haunted Mansion Parlor, so again, Skipper Society to our right, Haunted Mansion Parlor to our left, and now we come down to some of the gift shops on board. This is Treasures Untold, which is actually my favorite gift shop because not only do they have Disney Cruise Line apparel in here, but they actually have merchandise from the park-based attractions in this gift shop. This is the book from the Haunted Mansion Parlor. That's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Nautilus. And there's stuff in here from Skipper Society too, I think. There's the clock from Haunted Mansion Parlor. That's the creature, the sentinel, if you will.
The creature who was originally designed to be in the actual Haunted Mansion ride, but at the last minute the Imagineers scrapped him. But they brought him back and put him in the parlor.
Yeah. That's right. This is kind of a marble hallway, so there's probably a lot of echoing. So here's more artwork from major areas and themes on the ship. So we've got Moana, we've got Mirabelle from Encanto, we've got Mulan from Mulan, we have Aladdin and Jasmine on the carpet with the lamp, we have Miguel from Coco, we have Peter and Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, and we have Pocahontas and...
What's his name?
What's the raccoon's name? So this is deck 3, all the way forward deck 3. There's this cool marble tile floor here with WD, Walt Disney's initials, leading us up to the Walt Disney Theater, which is closed currently because there's no show. We've seen 2 shows in here so far, Season Adventure and a variety act from The Greatest Showman, which was very cool. And tonight there's Broadway musical artists singing, I think. And then we have Beauty and the Beast and Mulan still to come. I mean, not Mulan, Moana still to come on this cruise.
When there's a show, this opens and there's drinks and popcorn and...
Beverages, full bar in here.
But right now,
It's all closed right now, but yeah, it's called Preludes. There's one on both sides. So this is the port side, and then you can tell that we are forward again because the carpet's red. So we're deck 3 forward, and then this is the port side over here, and the starboard side over here, which is just mirror images, another Preludes and another entrance to the Walt Disney Theater.
shopping.
Oh yeah, so this side, this side has other stores, including 3 Wishes, which is more of a, what is in here, like luxury handbags and jewelry.
Jewelry, diamonds, we don't shop in there.
It's one of my complaints on the Disney Wish and Treasure is that the gift shops are massive and expensive, and they're huge spaces on the ship that I think could be used for something else. But anyway, this is Once Upon a Time, and this is Royal Regalia. So these are all fancy gift shops. Oh, look at this tile on the floor here, deck 3, starboard side by Skipper Society. The treasure, that is great. And then this artwork, I actually want to get this artwork for our house. So it's a painting that's kind of a cutout model of the Disney treasure with a lot of the different spaces on board represented here. So I think that's it for deck 3. So we'll go back up here to the forward stairs and go up to deck 4. So here's the artwork forward from deck 2 to 3. It's Jasmine from Aladdin. And as we go from 3 to 4, we have more Aladdin artwork. We have the genie with Aladdin, Abu, and the carpet.
Massive.
Yeah, it's probably 20 feet wide.
Massive.
This is in the Cave of Wonders as well. And now we're heading up to deck 4. All right, we are at the elevator lobby on deck 4, Cave of Wonders again. And a lot to show on deck 4 too. So from forward to aft, we have the Walt Disney Theater. We have the 2 cinemas. Let's see if there's a movie playing. We can go inside them or not. Sarabi, Port Adventures, Guest Services, Boutique, the Hey Hey Cafe, the Untangled Salon, Hook's Barbery, and Worlds of Marble.
Ooh, this is a very cool floor.
This is a big one. 3, 4, and 5. Oh, and while we're here, let me show you this Moana moss artwork, which may or may not be alive. I think we decided it wasn't.
Why do we keep having this conversation?
Here's Peter Pan artwork here because, well, let's go all the way forward first. So this is the balcony access. So if you want to sit in the upper deck of the Walt Disney Theater, you come up here to deck 4 forward. And you can sit upstairs. And I think there are stairs inside the theater, so you can go from the upper deck to the main deck. So there are actually 2 movie theaters. There's the Walt Disney Theater, which is where all the live productions are. And then there are 2 movie theaters on the Wish, the Neverland Cinema and the Wonderland Cinema. This is Neverland. As the name might tell you, it's most definitely themed after Peter Pan. And let's see if there's a movie playing, if we can go inside.
This is beautiful.
The flying ship. Here's the entrance to the Neverland Cinema. Ooh, and this is, well, I actually haven't been in here in a while. Do you see Tinkerbell just light up?
No.
Yeah, look on the wall over there. Oh, she just disappeared. Tinkerbell's like, oh, now she's up here. Oh, it's empty, yay!
What's gonna be
Right.
playing?
So here's the Neverland Cinema. It's actually,
Look at the Tinkerbell sconce.
yeah. I haven't been in here in a long time. There's probably, I don't know how many seats are in here, but this is a smaller theater than the Dream and the Fantasy, but there are 2 of them, so they can play 2 different movies at once. There's some more Peter Pan artwork across the back and across the ceiling. Fully high-tech Dolby Cinema. They do 3D films in here as well.
I love the Tinkerbell.
Just wanted to point out some of the carvings here. We have the Lost Boys at the front of the top deck here. And there are silhouettes on the back of the chairs that are all the darling kids and Peter all the way throughout the theater.
Oh, look around the edge of the theater is like a compass. Southwest, west, north,
Huh.
east.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning. Awesome. Here we go into the Neverland Cinema. So here's forward towards that Walt Disney Theater balcony entrance. We're gonna cut across to the other side. This is just kind of crossing over the elevator lobby. And we'll show you the Wonderland Cinema if there's not a movie playing. We did want to see Inside Out 2 on this cruise. You haven't done that yet.
I wanted to see more.
It looks like, no, there's not one till 12:15. I think we're good. So this is the Wonderland Cinema, the twin. What a peculiar place. Oh, Cheshire Cat lights up. Oh, there he is too.
I bet that moves.
Is it gonna go away? It's also empty. Ooh, the lights are all on in here.
Oh, Cheshire.
Wow, this one's even better. So
I love them.
we have the Cheshire Cat light sconces in all different directions.
Oh, so cool.
And we have these light up ceiling up in here. The purple curtains. Ooh, the back of the seats are the suits from their cards. They're each individual cards from the Queen of Hearts.
Here's the
Or the Queen of
caterpillar.
everything. Oh, this is the caterpillar?
Yeah. The little Toki caterpillar.
Oh, some Wonderland characters across the back from the Mad Tea Party. There's the Mad Hatter.
It's a very merry birthday.
Nice.
This theater is beautiful.
This gets Buffy's seal of approval. So Walt Disney Theater's back that way. There's the Wonderland Cinema. And if I turn back towards midship here, this is going to be the elevator lobby towards the front of the ship. That way, and those stairs. There's the Neverland Theater. And this is Sarabi Snacks, where they have popcorn and beer and sodas, waters, and a bunch of array of your Disney popcorn buckets that are always for sale. And then inside and to the right here is Sarabi, which is one of the entertainment areas on this ship. So this is Sarabi. This is a 2-story meeting space. So this is the first story right here. They haven't opened the doors yet. We're actually going to do trivia in 15 minutes, but it's not open yet. And then there's a balcony up top. We'll show you up on deck 5 by a couple of the other lounges. But Sarabi is Lion King themed. So this is the forward part of deck 4. So we've seen the 2 theaters. And Sarabi which were the forward parts, the Walt Disney Theater, the cinemas, and Sarabi. And now this is essentially the main hall on deck 4. And so we could show you the main hall from a different perspective here on deck 4. Sarabi Lounge down that way, and then now we're on deck 4, so here's the top part of that Aladdin tapestry of the Cave of Wonders by the Scat Cat Lounge. This looks like a screen behind a frame. There is supposed to be a digital game on this ship, like there is on the Wish, but it hasn't been turned on yet, or it's not active, and nobody seems to know when that might happen. More Aladdin artwork here with tapestries. You can see the Aladdin-themed lamps and light fixtures. Just gorgeous colors and textures. Very different than the Wish, which is much more white. And then here's deck 4, so a little bit of an elevated view of the Grand Hall. We're not quite up to the top of the chandelier level yet, but you can really see the waterfall, the water drops coming down off the carpet, and the fountain in the center of the lobby. This is guest services over here. And as we come around to the side of the Grand Hall, there is some tile pieces here as well from the story of Aladdin that, again, when you stand from a distance, you don't realize how impressive it is until you come in and see this is all individually made tiles. But here's the genie and the story of Aladdin as we go across here. Aladdin and Jasmine flying over the Sphinx. Raja and the Sultan's Palace. And there's another little fountain here at kind of a midpoint of the stairs. It's almost like a layered fountain. Like this one is draining the water then down the stairs towards the main carpet. And there's a little balcony here over the Grand Hall, just below the Grand Chandelier. And I think before we go aft, I'll keep going around counterclockwise here around the lobby. So this is the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and this is where kids, or maybe adults too, can come and get makeovers. And so little girls get turned into princesses or pirates based on what night of the cruise that it is. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Over here we have a Disney Vacation Club kiosk and just more of these rich yellow and burgundy seating areas that are so nice. And well, look who's over here. All right, so looking forward again and then turning aft. And as we come back this direction, there's another 2-deck tapestry here from Aladdin. This from a different part of the movie, but equally beautiful. And Raja and Jasmine. And then like this way, so I actually made a complete loop. So this goes back down towards Sarabi and the cinemas, which we'll come to later. But now let's go down this way, and we're actually gonna go a bit more aft and show you the cafe that's back here. And we're now midship, deck 4 midship, we're heading aft. And this is the Hey Hey Cafe, themed after Hey Hey from Moana. And they have teas here, coffees, and then in the evenings it's the full bar as well. But here's Hey Hey made out of brass in the Hey Hey Cafe, and here's another tile work of Moana on the ship. And if I keep heading aft and we turn to our left, now we come across the Untangled Salon. And so this is the hair salon for adults. See it in there, themed after Rapunzel, because Rapunzel, you know, the hair. I guess it makes pretty good sense. This is an example, I think, of what the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique can do to your kids in terms of transforming them to Disney characters. So now we're essentially at the back of deck 4, and this is Worlds of Marvel. And I will walk past the entrance. Again, we won't go in to disturb anybody, but this is themed after undoubtedly obvious Marvel. Really cool relief here of the Marvel characters outside of the theater. Black Panther and Iron Man, Black Widow. And over here, I think are different ones. Oh yeah, over here we have Spider-Man, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man's up there, hanging up on the top there. Oh, this actually, I think this aligns with Captain America Civil War, this side versus this side. And then this is the entrance itself, which is, it's currently closed, so I won't go down there, but this is the entrance to the World's of Marvel restaurant.
That's all he eats. He's a part of rock.
The quantum orb. All right, so that's deck 4. Here's the deck 4 blue carpet in the Sultan's Palace. And there's one more thing that we need to explore on deck 4, which we haven't yet. And that's, oh, here it is, Hook's Barbery. Oh, and the outside, we haven't done that yet either. So Hook's Barbery is for men. This is an old school classic barbershop, if you can see in there. But what's really cool about Hook's Barbery is that not only is it a barbershop, but it doubles as a speakeasy. And it's just this little section right over here from 5, I think it's from 5 until 9 or 10. They open these cabinets right here, and there's a speakeasy hidden bar behind these cabinets that specializes primarily in bourbon. And they make apparently a mean old fashioned, which I haven't tried yet because we've been enjoying the Concierge Lounge, but we need to come down and try one here from, it looks like from Peter Pan. All right, so if I keep coming this way, we're heading back towards Hey Hey Cafe. There's another paper art here with a bunch of hidden Disney references. It looks like Luca and Alberto. If you walk by, you think it's just from Luca, but as you explore this, we've got the poison apple. We've got Captain Nemo. We have got the heart of Tafiti. We have got the magic lamp. We've got a scarab. What's that from? Blanking. We've got Hercules. Somewhere in here was a glass. Oh, here's the glass slipper. And I'm sure there's more that I'm not even seeing, but there's a ton of little hidden references in this art. Another Hey Hey and Pua tile art here at the Hey Hey Cafe. And then we're back to the Grand Hall. So here's Worlds of Marvel. And we are going to head out through these doors to the promenade deck. So this is where the lifeboats are. There's a gate down there, so we can't access that direction. This is Jamaica at the moment. But out here on the promenade deck, we've got shuffleboard, because I mean, are you really on a cruise ship if there's not shuffleboard? And sorry, the music at port is really loud, so I'm not sure how much you can hear me. But this is one of the knocks of the Disney Treasure, is that there is not a continuous running track on the Treasure or the Wish, as there is on some of the older classic ships. And so this one essentially ends right here. You can't go any farther. Behind me, and walking this way, there are stairs that take you up to deck 5. And so we'll show you that when we get up to deck 5. But there's not a continuous lap like there is on the other ships. Not a deal breaker for me, but some people don't like that. All right, there's the Moana Moss mural again. So this is deck 4 going up to deck 5. We're in the forward stairs and elevator lobby area. Going 5 to 6 is all tiki room art. These little individual frame tiki room posters and art, which are pretty neat. And up here in the forward of deck 5, we've got Senses. So on this side is Senses Spa. I can show you the entrance, but we can't go inside. But Senses Spa is what it sounds like. This is the spa area where you can get massages. And again, I'm not gonna go in there. Uncomfortable even walking into the lobby. But that is the spa. And then on the other side of the ship, this is the port side, over on the starboard side, is Senses Fitness. And this we have gone to. In fact, they have 2 Peloton bikes in here, which has been great. You could log on and get your individual Peloton data and internet connection without having to pay anything. So this is the Senses Fitness room. People are working out in here, so I won't film too much, but this is about it right here. It's not massive, but there's lots of treadmills and bikes. There's also free weights down at the end and a whole spin cycle room for spin class. So I think while we're here on deck 5 forward, let's go outside and I'll show you the promenade. Now, It's extremely windy today, so I'm gonna try to talk the tour through, but if you can't hear me at all, then I'll put some voiceover or background music over it. All right, so heading out deck 5 forward on the starboard side. Here's the promenade. Looks like they're working on some of the lifeboats. And I think when we were on deck 4, and I showed you earlier about the stairs that went up, that's these stairs right here. So this is where the deck 4 promenade connects to the deck 5 promenade. And the deck 5 promenade continues forward here. And so let's go this way. We're heading forward, and we'll see what we can see. And again, this is deck 5. And we're very much far forward on the ship. And so this is one of these kind of weird areas on the Treasure where it's a little bit tricky to navigate. This is all crew area in here. You can't go past the stairs. Underneath here on deck 5, you can go through here, but there's really not much back here for guests. Some of the other ships, this connects all the way around. This does not, so this is just the dead end. That's crew members only. And I think this actually, if you were to go through this door, there's an outdoor area of the rainforest, which is part of the spa. And I believe that is where that would take you, but you're not allowed to go that way. There are stairs here though, so we'll take these now because I think this is the only way to get here. So we're going from deck 5 up to deck 6. It's gonna be really windy up here. And deck 6 actually allows you to walk out to the very front of the ship, which is really kind of neat. Super windy. So these are ocean view rooms here at the very front of the ship, and that's the bridge up there. You can see an officer at the front of the bridge. This is the rainforest area down here that I was talking about. That was behind that door. And then this is the very bow, the very front of the ship where you two can have your Titanic moment. So we're gonna come down these stairs and go back down to deck 5. So we just came down these stairs, and if you go past it, the only thing back here is Pluto's Corner, which is a pet relief area with Pluto's red fire hydrant, which I just think is amazing. And if you keep going back here, again, that's crew members only, and that's a dead end, so you can't go that way. So we'll go back down and show you just a little bit of this side, the port side, deck 5, promenade, and then we'll go inside and show you the rest of deck 5, because there's quite a lot of stuff on deck 5 too. This is Port of Jamaica. Jamaica, man. These look mildly uncomfortable. I don't know if there's cushions that go out there when it's not so windy. Let's go back inside deck 5 and see where we're at. So, okay, so we're kind of back where we started, right? Yeah. So this is Senses Spa right here. So I just kind of walked around the front of the ship. So we're back to Senses Spa. We're back deck 5 forward. And let's go through the elevator bank and see what else this deck has to offer. So this is the Sarabi area that we showed you earlier where we played Pixar trivia, but this is the second deck. And so this is the balcony area. So if you want to come participate in a game or trivia, but you don't really want to be called on or have to go down to the stage, you can come up here and you get a really good view. Let's go in there. So you can get a really good view from up here without being front row center. But this is just another view of the Sarabi. So there's the lion face on the screen, the lion mane around it. Maybe you can see it better. And also, if you're keen-eyed in here, you might see one hidden Mickey, two hidden Mickeys, three hidden Mickeys, and four hidden Mickeys. Did you see them all? You can even like some little booth areas up here to relax while you're watching whatever show's going on. So that's deck 2 of Sarabi. I'm gonna poke my head in here. So this is one of the smaller lounges on the ship. This is called Triton Lounge, after King Triton. And pretty much reserved for trivia. Trivia and learn to draw. There's not much theming in here. It's not one of my favorite lounges, but just to kind of see what it looks like in there. That was King, a little awkward. That was King Triton's Lounge, or just Triton Lounge. All right, and that was on the starboard side. If we go over here towards the port, this is Periscope Pub. This, see the 718, the keel number, is probably gonna be closed. But out front, it says down the hatch. And yeah, it's locked. But I do have some video from earlier that I'll put in right now about the Periscope Pub. We have migrated now to the Periscope Pub. Teamed after 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, both the movie and the attraction. And there is a ceiling in here that essentially means you are underwater. If you watch this for long enough, you will see fish swim across the ceiling. Oh, there they go. Fish. And they have Periscope Pub theming or live sports in here, depending on the time of day. So right now we have Alabama and Texas playing basketball for some reason. So this is deck 5 forward, Periscope Pub, Triton Lounge, and then second deck of Sarabi. So we're continuing forward from Periscope Pub. We're now approaching midship on deck 5. And this is an area up here, the Art of Disney. So I mentioned how much I like that artwork of the cutaway of the ship. Here's a small version of it right here. Along with, this is from the Haunted Mansion Parlor. This was on the stairway, we saw this earlier. This is another Disney Treasure map situation. That's from the Haunted Mansion Parlor. That's from Luca, the Aquamouse. That was the artwork we saw in the hallway downstairs. So you can actually come to these consoles here. And the majority of this stuff, if you click on Disney Treasure, this is all artwork that's within the Disney Treasure. And the majority of this stuff you can actually buy. So here's that Skipper Society print. So you can choose how you want it. Do you want it small, medium, or large? Paper or canvas? Framed or not framed? Let's get an idea. If we got a large canvas framed, $369 for that art. It's a lot, but man, framed art is expensive, so it's not terrible. You could also go paper, medium, no frame, $89, just to give you an idea. But as you probably saw, a lot of that artwork, treasure murals, these are all the murals that are on the stairs, or these are actually the murals that are by the beds. This is the mural behind our bed in Concierge. So these are actually, if you're looking for the artwork in the rooms, the treasure field studies, this is the hornbill that's in our room. And I assume these are the other themes. Lion King, this is Aladdin, Toucan, Scooter, this is from Luca, Starfish, Hummingbird, Baby Jungle Bird, that looks like from Up. And then the treasure maps are in the room as well. We have Map of the Pride Lands in our room. So all this stuff that's in the room is available here at the Art of Disney. And they also have stuff that's not Disney Treasure related. This is just general Disney artwork that you can order. And I believe that you can have it all shipped to your home as well. All right, so now we have arrived to deck 5, the highest overlook of the Grand Hall, and really your best look at the atrium and the carpet as well. But really what I wanted to talk about with this atrium are the little Easter eggs that are on each lamp. So there's 6 lamps surrounding the main chandelier, and each one of these lamps has its own little homage to one of the other ships. So if you look there, that is Mickey for the Disney Magic. That's the atrium statue in the Disney Magic is Mickey. That is Aladdin for this ship, the Treasure. This one has Cinderella's slipper for Cinderella, and that is on the Disney Wish. Over there is Minnie, who I believe is the Wonder. Yes, the Wonder is Minnie Mouse. And there's 2 more on the other side. Let's go see them. All right, so now we've moved over to this side, and if I zoom in here, you've got Donald, who is the statue on the Disney Dream, and then back there you see the seashell representing Ariel, the statue on the Disney Fantasy. So all 6 current ships are represented in these lamps and chains at the top of the Treasure's Grand Hall. Just a great view of the Grand Hall here, the waterfall coming down the stairs, the fountain. Beautiful. And then around the Grand Hall here on deck 5, this is more of your standard Disney Cruise Line gift shop. These are by Walt Disney's Theater on the other ships, but this is Mickey's mainsail with a lot of your standard Disney apparel, plush, toys, clothing over here. There is some Disney Treasure specific stuff on this side. This goes all the way down this way. We'll see it as we go around deck 5. We have more of these plush seating areas here, birds of paradise and other plants up here. And just one last view of the Grand Hall. This is the last time we'll see it on this tour from deck 5. And then let's head back this way, aft, towards the Jade Cricket Cafe. Here's where you can download your photos and purchase them if you've taken them on the ship. This is the Jade Cricket Cafe. So this is, again, one of a coffee spot. They do have alcoholic beverages here in the evening. They have teas here, and this is themed after the cricket from Mulan, who actually happens to be sitting right here on the counter, just taking a bath with a little cup of tea. Jade Cricket, whose name is Cricket. So a little fact about the Jade Cricket Cafe that we just learned: not only are there seating for humans in the Jade Cricket Cafe, but there are seating for crickets. These are cricket cages, but you won't see crickets in these cages because they have escaped. Where are the crickets, you might ask? They are all on top of this cage right here. And so here's more of Mickey's mainsail. This shop continues all the way back. And that's pretty much it on deck 5, with the exception of Plaza de Coco, which we'll go into the entrance here and show you. And then we're actually eating dinner here tonight as well, so we'll get some video of that show. Remember me. But this obviously themed after Coco, and Coco's family were shoe builders, shoe repairmen, so there's a lot of that theming here. And this very long hallway all the way down to Plaza de Coco. And maybe we'll walk all the way down here because I do just want to show you the ofrenda, which is crazy. Here's the family tree from Coco. A lot of family photos. Hector, Miguel, Mama Coco. Here's some more artwork. And as we come down this way, a lot of these things on the wall actually have the music of Coco. So this section right here, there's Hector and the guitar. And notice what's missing from the wall here. See a little imprint of the guitar, which I assume is somewhere in the restaurant, but I'm not sure where. And if you read these are all either lyrics or notes of the music from the film Coco. And keep coming in here, although it sounds like maybe they're working in here too. But here is the beautiful ofrenda from the film Coco. Definitely some work going on. These are all people that have passed on in the Coco universe. Before we leave deck 5, we're back here at the Jade Cricket Cafe. On this side of the ship, this is the DVC area. And so they actually have models in here of the different DVC rooms and how they're laid out. I assume this will take you to different places. I think I can tap on the wall here. If I want to go to Disney's Riviera Resort, through the magic of this enchanted door, I can see Disney's Riviera Resort. That's pretty neat, actually. Which is also here in model form. It's the most recent DVC. Well, that's not true anymore because the Island Tower just opened at the Polynesian. But anyway, this is sure mostly a sales area if you want to purchase BBC timeshare. Now we come back this way, past the Jade Cricket, going on the other side of the ship, on the port side. There is a portrait studio here. And so if you have the photo package, so you can go back in there and you can take family portraits like you see here with different backdrops. And then this actually in this back corner here, this is deck 5, all the way aft. I think I said port, but this is the starboard side. This is the entrance to Edge. So this is the kind of tween club from 11 to 14, I think is what it is right here. Ooh, there's a secret entrance. I don't have access to Edge, so I can't go in there because I'm not 11 to 14. All right, so we are aft on deck 5, the Sultan's Palace there, the blue carpet, and we're gonna go up to deck 6. And again, this is how we were saying how the art reflects where you are. This is Coco, because the Plaza de Coco restaurant's on deck 5. This is a pretty awesome piece of art too. I'm sure this is one of the ones that was for sale. And now we're heading up to deck 6. Now, from this point forward, we're gonna look at the map. But essentially, decks 6 through 10 are just rooms. For the most part, there's one exception. But 6 through 10, we're just gonna kind of blow through real quick because there's just rooms. So this is deck 6. Carpet here, still themed to Aladdin. I think that's every floor. But as the rooms, we showed you this earlier, but these are scarab animals, and this kind of purple gem carpet with the hidden Mickeys. So let's go up to 7. Here's another, what looks like a piece of enchanted art when that app-based game actually goes live. If we walk down the halls a little bit, these lamps in the ceiling, these lamps have cutouts, and the cutouts project on the walls around the lamp. And for whatever reason, I really enjoy that detail. There's a magic lamp right there. So I won't go all the way down each floor. But deck 7, let's go up to deck 8. All right, so we have a change here. Now we have what looks like butterflies on the carpet on deck 8. Different color hallways. And we now have butterflies. So these are the Encanto rooms on deck 8. And up here, we have different shapes. Now we have more of these butterfly-inspired lights on deck 8. And again, we're gonna, there is one thing on deck 8 I wanna show you, but it's not aft, it's forward. So I'm gonna go all the way forward. All right, so we're still on deck 8. We're forward, as you can tell by the red carpet. Butterflies telling us we're in the Encanto section here. So what I wanted to show you on deck 8 is that this is the laundry for the ship. The other ships have this kind of divided on different decks, but on this one, it's all one integrated laundry shop. Fairy tale fresh laundry. It's pretty busy in here today. Lots of stuff going on. The laundry was busy. I had to get out of there. But anyway, that's the laundry. And the technology of it really is pretty cool because it's all based on your Magic Band. If you have one, or your Key to the World card, and you can just tap it to the machine and put your soap in, it starts, and then it's connected to the app. So it actually will tell you on the app, hey, your laundry's done, go switch it. And I think it was about, I want to say it's like $7 or $8 to get soap, wash, and dry. It's really not a bad deal. Better than packing 4 suitcases. So now we're on deck 9. So deck 9 forward, nothing new to show here. Still butterflies. Still, I assume, in Encanto rooms. So we're gonna go up. And here's the art of Onward. I do really like Onward. Deck 10. And we have a change. No, we have a Nemo. Nemo with some bubbles. And yeah, the rooms have little Nemos as well. So these are the Nemo themed staterooms on deck 10. Nothing else really to show on this other than staterooms. You can see here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are all staterooms. And then as we go to 11, that's the first deck that goes across the entire ship. That's outdoor, so deck 11 goes all the way across. And one of the mildly confusing things about the Treasure and the Wish is that decks 12, 13, 14 they don't go all the way across. So you have the forward and you have the aft, and you can't get from one to the other, so you have to pick. So I think we'll do deck 11 forward to aft, and then we'll knock out these 3 decks forward and then these 3 decks aft, and that'll be the whole ship. Toy Story art as we go from deck 10 to deck 11. Deck 11 has a combination of concierge and non-concierge rooms. Still Nemo themed. Both sides look the same. So here we are, Deck 11 forward. In front of us here is just rooms and concierge staterooms. And then we're about to go through these doors here to go to midship Deck 11, which is the outdoor area. All right, so this is Deck 11. There's lots of fans and wind up here, so there'll be a little bit of noise. So this is what's called the Festival of Foods. It's actually really, really good. So this is Mickey's Smokestack Barbecue. We've got brisket, pulled pork, pork ribs, roast chicken, sausage, collard greens, mac and cheese. Had all of that. It's very good. And what makes it even better, you come over here, are a bunch of variety of barbecue sauces. We've got regular Mississippi honey, Kansas City classic, Carolina tangy bowl. Excellent stuff. Makes that barbecue even better. Coming around the side here, let's see, this would be the port side. We have pizza pies. And so here you can get prosciutto pizza, 4 cheese, pepperoni, margarita, plant-based sausage pizza. These are all fresh. They're making them right there in the pizza oven behind them. They also are above average for what you would think. And all of this stuff that I'm showing you is all included in your cruise. None of this stuff costs money outside of your cruise fare. Picking back up on our tour at Donald's Cantina, so this, as I was saying, is where you can build your own burritos, tacos, and bowls. This is much like a Chipotle model, where you can pick your rice, salsa, protein, toppings, and then make them as tacos, burritos, or bowls. It's actually really, really good. This whole area is called Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods. Who's this stranger?
I like the hand washing stations all around this deck.
Yeah.
I am a crazy hand
hygiene
washer.
on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
So here's one of the drink stations. That's one of the things that Disney Cruise Line does. It's a little bit different than other ones where soda is always free on Disney Cruise Line. So you've got your variety of sodas here. And then on the end here is tea and coffee, hot chocolate. And then we come to the main area of Deck 11, which is kind of the main open deck and pool area. And this is called Funnel Vision. Up here where they're playing Disney Wish. Love Disney Wish on this massive screen. And this is the water coaster going around the top called the Aqua Mouse that we'll see the entrance to along our tour. The Disney Wish and Treasure are a little bit different in their design. So instead of having 1 or 2 big pools, they have a ton of really tiny pools. So there's one up front there. There's one here that there's a bunch of kids in. And then we'll see from above, but every one of these levels is a separate pool area. So I really actually kind of like it because you can often find a pool that's not crowded, even on a busy day. Not that I spend a lot of time, just in case. So yeah, Deck 11, main pool deck area. There's a bar up here with wine and cocktails and beer. And we are walking down the port side of the ship. And we'll do the entire port side and then we'll circle back around to the starboard side of Deck 11. And then head up to the top decks 12, 13, 14 kind of split forward and aft. So as you go inside on the aft port side of Deck 11, there's a gift shop here called Dory's Forget-Me-Nots. Every ship has one of these things. It's usually like, well, this looks like it's more clothing and merch. I was going to say usually it's like sunscreen and bathing suits and things, towels, things that maybe you forgot to bring that you need. So this is Dory's Forget-Me-Nots. And then this is the buffet on the Disney Treasure called Marceline Market. It's not open right now, but Marceline is Walt's hometown, Marceline, Missouri. So that's why this is named Marceline Market. There are multiple different sections within the buffet that are themed differently. You've got the Ratatouille section, you've got the Snow White section, the Bambi section, Rapunzel, Tangled, Pinocchio, Walt and Mickey, Alice in Wonderland, and Maurice, Belle's dad, and his inventions. So Marceline Market, cooking with character. And this kind of wraps around the aft side of Deck 11. Bon appetit. Is that mice?
I love that little Easter egg, this little mice.
Yeah.
Big nod to Remy. Also, I will say that earlier when I came through Marceline, I took pictures of all of the different light fixtures because they are amazing. So maybe a quick montage of those.
I didn't notice that. So we'll come around Marceline Market, and we'll talk about this later, but this is another weird navigational thing on the treasure. So here's Marceline Market. Oh, we did get confirmation that the Moana mural is live moss M&M for Marceline Market, but also for Mickey Mouse potentially. And so as we come around to the starboard side of Deck 11, this is the other side of Marceline Market, and then back there is a staircase. And that, other than the elevators, those are the only stairs to get up to the top decks here on the aft of the ship, which is confusing. We'll go up there later because that's not Deck 11. And here's Jumbo's Sweets. This is the sweet and the ice cream shop on the Disney Treasure, named after Jumbo, who is the elephant in Zootopia. So there is a mural over here of the Kingdom of Zootopia and the subway line. Just had to take a break there because the captain announced that there's 30-mile-an-hour winds, so it might be a little bit of a rough evening on the seas. So outside of Jumbo's Sweets, again from Zootopia, this little detail down here, there's a little mice in Zootopia that work for Mr. Big. They can enter Jumbo's Sweets down there. That's so cool. But we're going to enter through this main door, and we're going to be quiet in here because it's peaceful. But not only do the mice have their own door, but they appear to have an underground tube system. And they come up right here with the stoplight. And then here they are hanging out on the counter. These are the guys that work for Mr. Big. And so lots of fun details in here. You've got Try Everything, Shakira. You've got the subway lines in Zootopia. And we've got all of these delicious varieties of ice cream, gelato, toppings, chocolate bar, cereal treats, sandwich, cookies, macarons, cupcakes, shortbread cookies. This shop is an extra cost, so anything in here you do have to pay for. Over here we've got Nick Wilde and Officer Judy Hopps sharing a scoop. We've got some of the districts within Zootopia, Tundra Town, Rainforest District, Downtown. Got some sweets here.
These details, these look like cactus.
From the different areas within Zootopia.
And then snake and stripy things.
Animals. Ah, those are chocolate strawberries painted like animals.
And these pumps are the same pumps that the little guys have in their mouths.
And that's what Nick Wilde sells, right? That he gets off the melted fruit in the movie? I think so. And a pretty incredible view up here from Jumbo's Sweets on Deck 11. You can see the waves of the 30-mile-an-hour winds. All right. Jumbo's Sweets. What'd you find? Your face is all excited.
Look at this wee little
Oh,
for the Macy's.
the miniature cake. All right, so we're going back out to Deck 11 on the port side. So on the port side, we're just on the other. Sorry, we're on the starboard side now. I can't get that straight. These are messages. These are maritime flags that stand for letters. And maybe I will translate them when we get home and see what these actually say. Because I don't know. I think it might say Disney Treasure. Another bar on this side of Deck 11. We're well into Wish by now. And then we're going to come around here towards the forward starboard side of Deck 11. There's another drink station over here. We're also going to get some ice cream, and that's our next stop up here. So we have another bar called The Lookout. And right behind The Lookout, we have Minnie's Delights. And so this is soft serve. On the other ships, this is self-serve. On the Treasure, they serve you. But this is different flavors every day. So today there's chocolate pineapple, chocolate vanilla. This is all complimentary included in your cruise. You can get as much as you want.
My favorite is banana.
Yeah, banana's good. And undoubtedly, the kids take advantage of this all cruise long. And so going all the way around to the very end here of Deck 11, this continues the other side of Mickey's Festival of Food. So over here we have Goofy's Grill, where they have your typical hamburger, cheeseburger, plant-based burger, hot dog, sausage, bratwurst, and the infamous Disney Cruise Line chicken tenders. And we'll come all the way back around to the very forward side of Deck 11, which is back to where we started at the Smokestack Barbecue. This is home sweet home for us. This is the forward of the ship where our suite is. And again, I said this earlier, but you'll notice how deck 12, 13, and 14 do not go across the ship. That's the open air area there by funnel vision where the pools are. So you cannot get there. You can't go across. So we're gonna do decks 12, 13, and 14 forward first. And then we will traverse to the aft and do decks 12, 13, and 14 back there. So we already did 11, so let's go up to 12. And once we get up to deck 12, these are all concierge suite rooms up here, staterooms up here, and suites. These are Lion King themed, and so now we have Simba in the carpet, still have the Cave of Wonders. And the stateroom animal up here is little Simba. These, by the way, are called fish extenders, even though they're not fish, but on the original ships, they were fish. And so it's customary to have little bags that people hang down from those to get gifts from other staterooms. We'll sign up in advance on Facebook groups and they exchange gifts throughout the cruise called Fish Extender. We'll post our stateroom tour on a separate video, so you'll be able to see that if you want to see a concierge stateroom. We just have a regular veranda room, not a suite. But up here we have Lion King characters and the Lion King shadows. All right, we have come into the Concierge Lounge, which is Star Wars themed. And so we have Star Wars themed carpet. We have this lightsaber sculpture. Back in this part of the Concierge Lounge, we have the espresso machines, which are unbelievably epic. We have refrigerators with beverages, and we have pre-made snacks. Not yet. I think they're currently in between services. So here's the fridge. This is where they set up these pre-made snacks that you can pick up. All right, so now we walk back into the Concierge Lounge. I'm gonna be very respectful in here. I try not to record anybody because this is a pretty quiet, relaxing space. People don't want to be on film here, but this is just for concierge staterooms, so it's never crowded in here. This is a kids area over here with TV and some more Star Wars art. And then I will show you the bar and then we'll go outside. Although it's gonna be really windy out there, so there may not be much of an audio. So here's the bar area in the Concierge Lounge. This is entirely complimentary from 5 to 10 o'clock every night. They will work any kind of magic they can to get you whatever that you like to drink, whether it's a certain bottle of wine or champagne or a certain type of bourbon. Buffy got a bunch of non-alcoholic spirits. They stocked it with kombucha for us while we're here. All part of the deal when you are in the concierge. We're gonna go outside this way by the other espresso machine, which is also complimentary to use while you're in here. So you have unlimited espressos, lattes, cappuccinos, etc. Again, with the Star Wars theming on the glass door. And this is where it's about to get extremely windy. No, it actually isn't that bad. So this is the lower deck. Maybe it is bad. This is the lower deck of the concierge area. It's just an outdoor seating area here. And then we'll come around this way and go up these stairs to the upper level of the concierge sun deck. Again, make sure we don't record anybody that doesn't want to be on film. So I'm gonna come up here and then start recording. So there are 2 hot tubs up here and a little splash pad. There's some people over there, so I'm not gonna go that direction. Complimentary sunscreen and concierge sun deck. Looks like we're strapping down for the wind. Continuing the Star Wars theming, we see Tatooine, and that looks like it's Luke's childhood home. The glass behind the bar is all Star Wars themed. It's a little hard to see from this direction, but those are all some Star Wars logos. This is another bar up here, which is open until 5. So you have a cash bar up here during the day, and then the bar inside is complimentary from 5 until 10. This is a Dole Whip machine, as well as raspberry smoothie, also complimentary all day, always running. And here's the other side with Java's Palace, the binary sunset, on this side of the Concierge Sun deck. And so if we go in here and then go down the stairs, we'll end up by the podium of the Concierge Lounge where we started. There are also 2 bathrooms here, and then this leads on to all the staterooms on deck 13. So we'll go down the stairs here. All right, after a lovely interaction with the concierge hosts, who are literally the best people on
They're
earth,
the best.
we are heading out of the top. So that was the stairs there that go down to the Concierge Lounge. And this is now deck 13. This is where our stateroom is. And this is where this beautiful Lion King mask paper art is, outside of the Concierge Lounge. And this is also where the Royal Suites are. So there's a Bagheera and a Raja Royal Suite right here. And then our stateroom is right down this hallway, which is really all that there is on this deck, is concierge staterooms. So here we are, deck 13, concierge staterooms, concierge sun deck, and then on deck 14 is Chippendale's Pool. Chippendale's Pool is not easy to find, so we're gonna see if we can find it. I'm gonna come out here. There's a bunch of just kind of mini decks here, 12, 13, 14. So this is deck 13. Looking down on the deck 12, that is the Toy Story splash zone. So little splash areas for kids, and we'll go down there in a second. But I'm gonna take us up to deck 14, which I believe is also a smoking area. But there's a sitting area here, people are enjoying Sail Away. And then these are the stairs up to deck 14, which should take us to Chippendale's Pool. Another very, I think, not well-known bar up here, Currents. But Currents is a really nice, easy, quiet place to come get a beverage. Again, we're now on deck 14, forward. I'm gonna show you in a second. If we get a little bit farther here, I'm gonna turn up, and up there, if I can get behind the sun, there is the musical horn system. Look at all the different size horns and the different notes that if you've heard, or if you haven't heard, I'll put it in now. For the Mickey horn for the Disney cruise ship. Looks like they're doing some work back here, but I'll still kind of wander around and show you Chippendale's Pool. Nobody in it right now. This is what I mean. This pool tends to be pretty empty. This looks like it's 2 feet deep, and there's a little sitting area under the cover up there as well. But really great views up here. And this is the very top. We've reached the peak of deck 14. Just better look at the Mickey horn. And so coming around to deck 14, and then we'll go down the stairs just to look at deck 13 and then 12, and that will complete our forward upper deck tour. this is 13 here, just chairs normally. And then this will be 12. So this is what I was saying, another little hidden pool right here that nobody's in. Just kind of a waiting pool. Shower area. This is the very end. This is on deck 12 now. Oh, deck 11 actually. This is the very end of the Slidosaurus Rex, which is one of the kids' slides here on the Disney cruise, the yellow slide right here. Looks like it boards up on the funnel and then drops down here. And as we go around to the port side, we'll see the smoothie shop. Here's another look at Toy Story Splash Zone. Nobody in there right now. So here's Wheezy's Freezies with a bunch of pre-mixed soft serves and beverages for purchase. Those are also extra cost. And there's kind of a look of the elevated decks on the forward side of the ship. We're standing on 11 and then 12, 13, and I'm sorry, we're standing on 12. It's hard to keep track. Yeah, we're standing on 12. So this is deck 12. This is the elevated boulevard around the open deck, right by the funnels here. This is deck 12. So this is deck 12 looking down onto deck 11 and looking up to funnel vision right here. Disney Wish. And so we'll cruise around deck 12 to go towards the aft side and show you what's going on back there. Looks like they're closing the main stage pool. This is Mickey's pool. Probably because there's a show here tonight, is my guess. But you got people in the sun watching Disney's Wish. And then this will be a good example of those tiered pools I was talking about. So this is Minnie's pool right here. It's either open with nobody in it, or it could be closed right now. Another view of Jamaica. And then here's another couple of little small recessed pools here that are kind of in between deck 12 and deck 11. There's one over there called Daisy's Pool, and I'm not sure what this one's called. And then two of these pools that are actually on deck 12. This is Goofy's pool here. Nobody in it. And then as we go around to this side, we're going to come across Donald's pool. And this is a pretty neat little elevated sitting area with really good views of the main funnel vision, because there's certainly, the Sailing Away Party and multiple shows, Pirate Night, all take place right here. This is a really good place to stand. And then you can really see the three pools here. Oh, Daisy's pool, and that's Pluto's pool. Of course it's Pluto's pool. So Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Pluto, Goofy, and Donald. That makes sense. And so we are at deck 12 aft. And we need to go up one deck. There is where you get in line for the Aqua Mouse, which is this sea coaster, roller coaster at sea situation that's going around the upper deck. And right now there's only a 5-minute wait. We should be doing it. There's a block on. There's 3 different storylines on the Aqua Mouse. There's a Swiss Meltdown one. There's the one that's exclusive here, that's Curse of the Golden Egg. And there's a third one too. I forget what it's called. But I'll go up there. Let's show you the entrance on deck 13. Apologies. So Swiss Meltdown today, 5-minute wait. Here's the Aqua Mouse. So you can stash your stuff here because you can't take a lot of loose items on the ride. So there's only about 10 people waiting. And it's a conveyor belt there that you board and then take the ride. And this is the exit over here. They're getting off right now. It's loud and chaotic up here. Let's go inside and see what this little lobby looks like on deck 13. And we'll show you the map if there is one here. So this is deck 13 right here. That's Aqua Mouse. We're gonna go down to 12. Let's start on 12. All right, so we came back down to 12. There's the entrance to the Aqua Mouse there. And we're gonna go inside these doors into the elevator lobby, deck 12 aft. And you come into 12 aft and you have to make a choice. Do you go to port or starboard? So to port are the fancy adult restaurants, the Rose, the Palo Steakhouse, and Enchante. And to the left is Vibe, the Hideaway, and the Hero Zone. So let's go this way. This is towards the adult restaurants. I'm definitely not dressed appropriately for this area, but there is some just beautiful artwork here. This whole area is themed to Beauty and the Beast. And so you've got characters along the hallway here from Beauty and the Beast, Mrs. Potts and Chip, the cabinet, I forget what she's called, Belle, the Beast. And then you have the Rose here, and this is the Rose Lounge. And so you have the Rose from the movie in gold with the petals on the ground. And then we'll walk into the Rose. And I'm not gonna talk in here because it's so nice. And so this is Palo Steakhouse. We had brunch here the other day, but they're serving dinner right now. This is also an extra experience. And you can see some of the options here. It's Italian food, but also steakhouse based. And it is good. And then right next door here is Enchante. Make sure I'm not bothering anybody here, but Enchante is the ultra French fancy restaurant by Chef Arnaud Lallement. It is the most luxurious experience, French-inspired menu, 3 Michelin-starred chef. The full truffle menu is $320. The collection is $205. The passion is $135, and the potager is $135. Or you can order things a la carte. Very pricey. We actually had this booked on this cruise, and then we came and looked at the menu, and I didn't even fully understand the menu, and I felt like it wasn't worth the cost, so we canceled. But maybe someday we will experience Enchante. Look at that beautiful chandelier down the hallway. We cannot go inside these restaurants without a reservation, and they have a dress code, and I am wearing shorts and a t-shirt. And you have to have long pants and a collared shirt to walk inside either one of these. So maybe that will be for a different day and a different video. So we're gonna go back down the hallway. And just to clarify, you do not need to have a dress code to go to the Rose. Anybody can go to the Rose and have those beautiful Rose-inspired cocktails, but you do need to be dressed up to go inside the restaurants. So these are 100% mirror doors, but once you exit the Rose, you're back in the lobby, and we're gonna go towards the Vibe and the Hero Zone on this side of this deck. And so this is Vibe. This is the Teen Club. Looks like it's closed right now, but this is the Teen Club on the Treasure. You would access it right here. And then this is Hero Zone. This is kind of the sport activity area on the Disney Treasure. So this is a flex space. They can do a whole bunch of different things in here. There's 2 decks in here as well. Right now, they're playing cornhole and basketball. Around the corner here is ping pong. I got stuck in all blue again. So this is table tennis. You can see how there's dividers here. They also do a big inflatable course in here called the Incredi course. We'll go up here to the second deck and kind of walk around the upward side. I've actually never been up here, so I'm not even sure what's here. Oh, we've got air hockey. That's cool. More air hockey. We've got an elevated view of the intense basketball game going on here. How's it going? Bro, keep my shoe back. We've got foosball. And more foosball. It's crew members only, so the only way in and out of this space is through that door down there. It's a little bit confusing because there is more to see outside of here on these upper decks. Boy, it is loud in here. But you can't get there this way. So we're gonna go back down to that door and I'll show you how you get there. So if you remember earlier when we were down on deck 11 at Marceline Market and I said there was a secret staircase that's only on one side of Marceline Market to get up here, this is what I was talking about. So this is back to the Marceline Market area, and this is this lit up framed staircase. So this is one way to get up here with the stairs. The only other way is to use the stairs outside there by the pools and the Alchemist entrance, which is where we just were. And that's where we're gonna go now, because the only way to get out of this area is to go back through these doors towards the Rose and go back outside. So back up here on deck 12. Entrance to the Aquamouse here. Entrance to the Rose and the Hero Zone there. We're gonna go this way up these stairs. So this area up here is for 18 and older only. I keep getting wet. I'm not sure what from. I think the Aquamouse is leaking. And it's like 35 mile an hour winds. This is gonna be insanely windy. All right, so this is deck 13 aft. And we're gonna come down this direction to the adult area on deck 13 aft. And also this is where Cove Cafe and Bar is. Oh, we're moving. I didn't even realize we had left. But we're cruising. So this is the adult hot tub that I'm not gonna film because there's people in there, but this is actually the only hot tub for adult only space on the Treasure. And there's a bunch of comfy, cushiony seating areas. And then as you come around the back of this walkway, on the very aft of the ship, on deck 13, is the adult only pool area. So we're gonna come around the corner here. It's probably gonna get windy again. But there are some infinity pools back here and a lounge. It's called the Quiet Cove Bench Pool. Great views, but it's a pretty small area. Cove Bar and then Cove Cafe is also for adults only. So perhaps we'll pop in there and see what's going on in the Cove Cafe right now. It's all the way around here on the side. Ooh, there's a line to get in. We'll do that later. All right, coming back now to the Cove Cafe, which is back in the adult area.
So crowded.
And it's quite full in there. Hi. Hi guys. Just to give you a sense of what the Cove Cafe looks like. It's quite full in here, but it's all Moana themed. And down that way, it's just more adult area, but it is a dead end. You cannot get through that way, so the only way to get back is to go around the corner where we came. So we'll go back that way. There is an extra space right here, deck 14, above this adult area that it wasn't going to show, but due to the integrity of the tour, I feel like I have to. So here are the stairs. This is the adult pool area right here. And then there are stairs that go up to deck 14, which actually is a smoking area, which is why I wasn't going to show it, because I don't like being up here. But, oh boy, it's gonna be windy. It is a really nice area. Some amazing ocean views up here. And it's very quiet. But it's very quiet because it smells like smoke and people are smoking. You see ashtrays up here. Pretty good views as well. All right, aboard, let's go back downstairs. So we're gonna come back down the stairs, making that corner to head back towards midship. Literally gonna get blown away. They said 30 to 40 knot winds and 6 to 9 foot seas tonight. So that ought to be interesting. Just wanted to show you can't go inside here on deck 13 aft, but there's no stairs in here, so you have to take the elevator, which is annoying. We're not gonna do that. So we're gonna go across here, and it's across to where the Aquamouse was, and we can go down those outdoor stairs. Even less of a wait, complete walk on right now. Complete walk on. Oh, it's probably closed. I think there's a wind limit. Yeah. Too windy for the Aquamouse, so they're actually closing it right now because of the wind. All right, so we're coming back down these golden steps. I'm gonna go check the map, but you know what? I actually do believe we have covered every area of this ship. It's been an absolutely exhausting ship tour. I need a break, so I'm back in the Concierge Lounge. Let me show you what they have. So tonight we have a shortbread cookie, chocolate dipped marshmallow, peanut butter blondie bites, chocolate bark, lemon cranberry financier, chocolate butter cake, almond chocolate cookie, M&M cookies. And then on the savory side over here, we've got cheese plate, grilled artichoke, roasted chicken breast, lemon marinated olives, coriander crusted tuna, various breads, antipasto, and various fruits. And then we have a fully stocked fridge here, the espresso machine, the open bar, and a completely separate hot menu where you can order food to be created by the chef and brought to you here in the lounge. Angel's Envy, Spirit Free.
Spirit free. I've been calling it the sad old fashioned.
All right, we are going down to the show. We've got our beverages for the evening, and that will do it for the ship tour.
That's a wrap, yo.
So thanks for joining us. I hope that was enjoyable. This ship is truly beautiful.
Yeah, I don't want to leave.
All right, thanks for joining us on the ship tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out our other videos to see the Concierge Lounge tour, to see our room tour, to see our other Disney treasure videos.
And our adventure with the bees.
And yeah, that's right. Our
People, we'll see you real soon.
Our elevator's here. Backing into the elevator. Don't crush me. Good night, you all. We'll see you next time. We're going to the Disney Broadway show on the Disney Treasures.